Tom Cruise is currently promoting Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. It's a mind-numbingly long title for a movie, of which I'm not a fan.
No, it's called Final Reckoning.
Final Reckoning?
Yes.
It's not Dead Reckoning Part 2.
No, it's
really?
Final Reckoning. Yes.
Really? Okay, well, whatever. He's on the promotion tour for it. He showed up in South Korea, and during this particular press conference, the journalists tried to bait him into saying something negative about Trump's decision to possibly impose tariffs on Hollywood, specifically films that are filmed in other countries than the US.
Yes.
And this isn't even something that has come to fruition. It's weird that the journalists sounded like so confident that they knew this was already in place. It's not, actually. It's not in effect at all. It's just Trump mouthing off on Truth Social as things stand right now. But Tom Cruise was not willing to take the bait. He's smarter than that. He's smarter than most actors, most actresses in Hollywood today, because they would happily jump on the opportunity to talk shit if they were given the chance.
He is the last actual American movie star.
And the funny thing is, he didn't even come up with a media-trained answer for it that was like, well, we're taking all things into consideration, blah, blah, blah. He literally just said to a translator, even though the journalist was speaking English, he said to a translator, we're going to be answering questions about the movie, if that's all right.
I think that's a translator, like, translating a question from somebody in the audience. Well, so let's listen to it.
Okay, we'll see.
Here we go.
It's in this clip here, a minute in.
트럼프 대통령 정책에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시는지 궁금합니다.
Actually, I'm going to unfull screen it here.
I'd like to ask this question to anyone who's up for it. I think... So I watched the film, and I saw that it was filmed in many different locations around the world, including Africa. And of course, we all are aware of the tariffs that President Donald Trump has been imposing on overseas productions and films. So is this particular movie under that tariff? And also, how much of the film was shot overseas?
So here's what Tom Cruise did.
I think that's a fair answer. All right.
What he said was...
We'd rather answer questions about the movie, thank you. That's it.
It's like he got some type of like super soldier serum from the Hollywood producers on how to do the right thing, and he's the only Captain America left in the Hollywood industry. It seems like that should be unbelievably simple, but it's not. And these posts went viral on X over the weekend with people like, wow, an actor not taking a chance to jump into talking about politics. And it seems like that shouldn't be shocking at all. But it is in the current climate, because he's actually out right now promoting his movie, doing what he's supposed to be doing. They're releasing featurettes about the stunts in the movie. They're talking about the scenes in the movie.
If there's anywhere that Tom Cruise shines, it's a damn featurette, isn't it?
No, it is.
He freaking loves featurettes.
Well, he is. He's like, look, this is gonna be great.
I'm such a hater. I don't even care anymore.
We're gonna watch this one here.
We're going to go 10,000, but if we can get 12,000, we'll go 20 knots forward. What I'd like to do is accelerate the next jump, and I'd like to kind of do it as quickly as possible, the next one, and I'll build up to it, go faster, 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 and put myself into a worst-case scenario, and how fast does it take me to recover, which all of these cases are recoverable. Okay, let's put this on, please. Let's check the frame again. Yeah. How's my hand position?
Your hand position is good. There you go. You can even hold it a little lower there.
Just know I'm going to be like this. Okay. My head I'll be like this.
That's better. It gives you a lot more margin for error.
Let's talk about safety. I'm going to do the same exit. I'll be in an accelerated spin.
Really, what do we want to see in this frame?
You want to see me falling.
Yes.
And then I throw it. It's like, oh. Okay, let's do it, guys.
Yeah. So he's not just doing that. He's going around. They're doing all sorts of stuff relating to that. There was other videos that show it from other angles. We got here. He's literally, if you're listening to the podcast right now, if you're wow, and that's saying something because Mary's headphones are always like way loud.
I'm gonna get tinnitus.
But like if you're just listening to the show right now, Tom Cruise is jumping out of a helicopter with like a mirrorless camera, jerry-rigged to his person.
As he's wont to do.
As he's wont to do. Turn this down.
See, and then the chicks on Blue Origin get more praise than him.
He's on the next one, I think.
Oh, with Angel Reese?
Yes. I believe he's on that one.
That's so funny.
I was like, we have to start coming up with our way of not hating now. We're like, actually, since Tom Cruise is on Blue Origin, that's pretty sweet.
So Tom Cruise and Angel Reese are gonna be like floating.
I believe so.
This
Yeah.
is so stupid.
Yeah.
But like, I can't look away.
Here's another one of him. This says Tom Cruise standing on the top of the BFI IMAX theater. He's like, I like that. He's just like, they're like, what do you want to do? He's like, can I just like stand on the top of the building to promote the movie?
I mean, he knows what works. What people want to see is Tom Cruise plummeting through the air, almost dying, and doing crazy stunts, and they don't actually care about his political opinions.
Here's another one. 26-second long clip.
Hi, everyone. On May 22nd, I'm coming to the great state of Texas. And I'll be visiting Fort Sam Houston and San Antonio before stopping by some theaters to see you at some of the first screenings of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Then we're going to fly to Dallas, where I'm going to get some delicious barbecue before going to more theaters to say hello. And I can't wait.
Again, it seems like it should just be common sense, but I don't know if that is to have like, okay, so let's dial this back. So if we went and we got Rachel Zegler, right? And she's like, I'm going to this theater, and then I'm gonna go get barbecue, and then I'm gonna go visit more theaters. What I'd be like, she doesn't eat barbecue. And I bet you Tom Cruise doesn't eat barbecue either, but somehow it's more believable when he does it.
I don't know if it's more believable.
It's more believable.
I mean, it's clear that, you know, he has a shtick that he knows works for him when he tries to level with the audience.
But I also believe that he does have a genuine love for the art of filmmaking. So the thing is, like, even if part of it is marketing and the rest of it is real, the real factor, his love for the industry shines through in everything that he does. Mm-hmm. So even though you and I can talk about how, like, look, an actor, when they're doing their job on the promotional circuit, is going to be telling you exactly what you want to hear, irregardless of whether it has anything to do with their actual personality. They're not being paid to be themselves right then. They're being paid to market a film.
Fair enough. Yes, I agree. However, I would say you can't argue with the results, but Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning didn't do well at the box office.
Unfortunately, that was the other part that I was gonna say. Is like, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think that this movie is going to make the money it needs to make its money back, because the budget for this is so high. I believe it's almost $400 million.
Unless the idea that this is the final installment is enough to bring people back into theaters to watch it.
I hope so. I mean, I
don't even think people know.
I'm gonna. Well, I do. I do think it's going to do fine. It has competition opening weekend in another market, but I can't remember what it is. I am going to be there opening weekend to go see this film, and I believe that at the very least, if you go look down my X timeline, it's full of people in the YouTube space that are 110% behind this. And if the idea that people have been making is that YouTubers can sink or swim some type of movie, if we're to believe that that is true, that, you know, everybody dunking on Snow White is why Snow White failed, then this should go the opposite direction. And all those YouTubers who take very kindly to what he said here, his decision to stay out of the realm of politics while promoting this movie, the fact that people talk about him as the last great American movie star, should go a long way to making this movie successful. Now, that would also benefit heavily if the movie actually gets great word of mouth, which is up in the air. So Top Gun Maverick made $1 billion, but it made $1 billion by getting people back in the theaters after seeing it once. People went and saw it many times. It had very low drops week to week, whereas the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning had mediocre, maybe like slightly above average to mediocre reviews, and it was really long. And that's the other problem, is that the movie's going to be really long, and it's very easy. Like, if a movie's, I don't remember how long Top Gun Maverick is. I'm going to say full stop. I don't remember. But I know that it felt like I wasn't in the
see.
theater for that long, right? But if you're talking about sending me to see Mission Impossible movies that are 2 hours and 51 minutes, I'm going to go. And I'm going to go to support the fact that we need more movie stars like Tom Cruise who know how to put out a movie and promote a movie properly through the love of cinema. But for 2 hours and 51 minutes, that's a hard sell. And if I remember correctly, Final Reckoning is almost the same length.
It says Top Gun Maverick has a runtime of 130 minutes.
Okay, so 2
So
hours
not-
and
it's
10
barely,
minutes?
It's barely over 2
That's
hours.
that's
it's not
a
that
way
bad.
easier sell.
But Dead Reckoning was painful to
2
get
hours
through.
and 51 minutes for Dead Reckoning. I
Ugh.
believe the new one is similar in length. So, I hope it does well. I want to see this movie be successful. I don't think that even if it doesn't do the best numbers, it doesn't damage his reputation in any way. He's going to remain at the same high stature for the industry. Look, just
because
the other
his
week,
dedication to the craft, as cringe as that sounds, speaks for itself.
see, but that's only cringe if you look. I don't find that cringe. I get it, but I don't find that cringe.
when they call it like my craft, I can't help but find that cringy.
So the other part is like, look, just his name and his word carries a lot of weight. Just recently, he like took a picture outside of Sinners. Like he went to see Sinners, and that was a very big. And he complimented the movie. And then somebody pointed out that was the first time he had made a non-Mission Impossible related post on X in like years. His word carries a lot of weight. His reputation precedes him, and I think that if he can avoid such a that's a layup. Like imagine you go to these movie premieres, right? Okay, and they're like, "Oh, we're here to promote Snow White," and then a reporter's like, "What do you think about MS-13 and deportations?" And they're like, "You know what? Snow White wouldn't believe in deportation." Like this isn't even that. This isn't even like a huge segue.
No.
It had to do with the industry, and he still sidestepped it because he knew that it was bad for the movie.
Right, exactly. Or he's just not genuinely interested in the topic and knows that he's not informed on it. So what?
I don't agree with that. I think he knows everything about it, and he's probably in contact with people.
I mean, he knows. Apparently, the journalist doesn't know this, but Tom Cruise knows that those tariffs are not imposed.
Yeah.
They're just in consideration.
Yeah.
So if he's going to say anything that tilts Trump's opinion one way or another and could have massive effects on his industry, he'd rather just stay silent. That's the smart decision.
I wonder what Trump's opinion on Scientology is. I think Trump thinks about
I'm
Scientology.
sure that he's has some Scientologist friends, I bet.
Yeah.
Trump is friends with everybody, and I'm certain that he has Scientologist friends.
Yeah. All right. Just take note, actors. This is how you promote your movie, especially when there's hot button political issues. That these reporters who don't like you, who probably secretly hate you and want to use you for clicks, this is how you sidestep it and keep the focus on your movie. Take note. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.